What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. I am your host, James Clifton. This is my good friend, this way, Gary Bennett.
With the new shirt.
Honestly, we've just tried with our mirroring cameras, and it's very confusing because now it's the opposite for our hands. So it's all very odd.
This is actually my left hand, not my right hand, as it appears on screen. And this is my right hand and not my left hand. It's really weird.
No, because on screen that appears as your right hand. That is your right hand.
Yeah. Okay, but for me it's opposite. So anyway, we get there, don't we? It's
Anyway,
mirrored.
no one cares.
And look, I got a new sign. Whee! Live on air. Enjoy.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. So we would just want to jump on and talk about Villa's title challenge. Why are we not being taken seriously? Well, actually, the first question is: are we being taken seriously? Are people taking us seriously now?
Woo-sa. Man, I'm just trying.
This is obviously off the back of the Forest game, not the Arsenal game, because everyone then wrote us off. They were like, "Oh, if Villa beat Arsenal, all of a sudden they're in the race. But if they don't beat Arsenal, they're now not in the race." But then Liverpool go and draw. Chelsea are all over the place. City have an issue. City were lucky. They were lucky. So it's just kind of. I feel like they're going to slip up. I feel like Arsenal and City, they're not going to just keep winning every game. But I feel like Villa at the moment could do.
Mate, first of all, I want to start off with going, it's Monday, right? Hit the like, subscribe, follow button, hype. Right, they've all been kind of refreshed. Go and download for analysis, right? Go and download it. Sign up as Villa fans. Like James's reports, put us at the top. It all helps us grow our personas and personalities on there, and that's what it's about. Also, did you know that it is Divorce Monday? And apparently there is a massive spike in filing for divorce on this very day because of all the
same, like people quitting their jobs as well.
Well, yeah, because it's all the stress of Christmas and people get into financial trouble for it. So they go, I know what we'll do. We'll just get divorced. And I didn't believe it, but mate, Google it. It's all over
People now, honestly. It's just like football, mate. Everyone's just like, they just sack a manager off. What's the next one? That's basically what they're doing with partners. I don't understand with people nowadays.
Basically, mate, it's the January transfer window, isn't it? It's like it started.
I'll give you tenner. I'll give you a tenner. Swap you out. I'll give you her for 30 quid. I'll make 20 quid. I'll give you a tenner for her and I'm sorted.
She's carrying a slight injury, but she's worth the money. Anyway, I digress. Right, mate, it's Gaz rant time because I didn't want to get to this point because I am happy for us to go under the radar and just kind of do our business for it and be where we are and do what we've got to do. But fuck me, I got so pissed off this morning when one of the first things I saw online was an image from ESPN that's got Arsenal, 6 points ahead of City, and then it's got the results of Man United, Spurs, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Doesn't even look at ours, and you go, all right, look, and I think the fact that Man United win the conversation, I'm like, what the
fucking crazy?
What the actual fuck? I don't want to be in the conversation. We probably won't win the league, but fucking put some respect on our name, man. We are where we are. We are in a title race. We are 8 points clear of fourth place, right? This narrative was while I'm happy to go on the radar, just to be in the conversation, to go on Sky yesterday at the end of the Man City-Chelsea game, it said, great weekend for Arsenal. City have dropped points against Chelsea. They're now 6 points clear of City. And I was like,
we're on the same points.
Hello?
Yeah.
No, it just becomes.
We are when like on Sky, right? And when they're in that studio at the game, and you got the screen, you got the fans behind just going boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
That's us. That's us. We're there going, hey,
with a Villa scarf, holding a Villa scarf up to the window.
It's cold out here. Can you let me in, please? Honestly,
and then someone just casually comes along, mate, and pulls down a blind. Do you know what I mean? And we're like that. Wait.
Oh God, I don't get it. I mean, I suppose for us, as fans, we're in dreamland because we were never thinking anything like this. But now it's happening. People keep on saying, "Oh, don't get ahead of yourselves. Don't get too carried away," and all this kind of thing. I'm like, well, we've got to enjoy it while it's happening, right? While this thing's happening, this is happening right now. It's not a pipe dream. We're not sitting there going, oh, just imagine if we win the next 5 games. We could definitely go. If we beat Palace, mate, I'm still convinced we're going to go on another 5, 6, 7 winning game run.
Yeah.
Especially with who we're playing.
Well, mate, I think, look, we've got to kind of just look how we've reacted to the Arsenal game. Look, I thought that Forest game was going to be a hell of a lot more difficult, but we didn't have to get out of first gear, really. But we played some lovely football. We moved the ball really. Our tempo was good. We were wasteful in the final third in the first half, but then we took our chances eventually. Like, it's just, like I say, it feels like there's a complete lack of respect. It hasn't even been talked about, really. Like, Villa bounced back. Like, it's just, which, again, I'm happy to go under the radar. I think it's brilliant. I'd love us just to come out like a phoenix and just fucking win the whole fucking lot, mate. Like, do the treble. Fuck it, let's win the FA Cup. Let's beat Spurs next weekend and win the FA Cup, or like go through a mad run on there. Let's win the Europa League and win the league. Obviously, probably not going to happen, mate. But at this point, with the lack of respect that's been put on our name, like I think it just drives Unai. I think there's still a whole month of a window to go where we could do a little bit of shrewd business from loan deals or whatever it is. I do think something's going to happen and equip us to go and really have a proper push. Like you said, if we beat Palace, right, which is a massive ask, right, because we know they're our hoodoo team. I hate the fact that it's on a fucking Wednesday night in London again, when it's just like,
freezing cold, icy conditions.
There is something different about this team, mate. And look, even Ollie Watkins has scored 4 goals in 3 games, right? Now, he should have had 6 goals in 3 games, by the way, because he missed an open sitter against Arsenal and he missed another sitter on Saturday against Forest. But I think he could be key. To him and Rodgers could be key in this game. And like, I hope that we have got enough to get over the line, because I really believe that, I agree with you totally, that if we win this, we could easily go on another 5-6 game run to the end of February. With our fixtures
I think the hardest fixture outside of that is it Newcastle away, I think.
The Newcastle away one is the hardest one, mate. And the European ties, Fenerbahce away and Salzburg at home, not easy games. But the league games, apart from Newcastle away, which is, again, a bit of a shit stomping ground for us. We usually get turned over there. But like, these are the moments where you go, where we've stepped up. And I said at the start of the season, if there's 2 teams I want to beat this year, it's Man United. Check, done, right? And Crystal Palace, which we obviously didn't do in the first game. They're all over us. But I think it's, from where we were at the start of the season to where we are now, is worlds apart, and there's a belief there. And we've got the fact that you've got arguably one of the best midfielders in the country, mate. For me, I think, even without that midfield display between Tielemans and Kamara on Saturday was it Sunday? Sunday.
Just never gets talked about, does he?
No.
I mean, for starters, they get his name wrong. For starters, they call him Kamara. It's definitely Kamara. But like, I don't understand why no one talks about him ever. Everyone talks, like, sometimes Tielemans gets mentions and stuff. I suppose he had the time at Leicester, and he's maybe a bit more, I don't know, forward thinking on the eye. But even Kamara, at times when he's going forward, let alone defensively, is just unbelievable. I don't think there's a weakness to the guy. I can't think of a weakness he has.
I'd go out on a limb and say the guy's world class. I've watched him enough to say that the influence he has on our team is phenomenal. And you've got the likes of John McGinn coming out and going, why isn't he being picked for France? Like, he's an absolute fabulous footballer. Like, it's just, he's been overlooked. And I don't understand, mate, because in that position, tell me a better player currently in European football that is better at it. Right, it's criminal.
They'll do the obvious, the Declan Rice, the Rodri.
Yeah, but Declan Rice is better going further forward. He's not as a defensive midfielder. That, for me, there is not a better player in the Premier League or in European football than Boubacar Kamara. What he does on the ball, it's the Clyde Makelele effect, mate. That's what he's like. That's what he's comparable to. The way he breaks up play, his decision making, when to pass, when to beat players, it's just phenomenal. Like, and it's not. This isn't like a one-off game. We're talking consistently. This is what he does. And when you take him out of our team, like we did against Arsenal, and then when he was injured with his ACL, like, the difference with him and without him is night and day. Like, and so
it's not in a, you know, a lowly team where you're basically relying on one player. It's a team, very good team where we have very good players, and arguably usually look at it and go, if we lose X, we'll be all right because we've got backup, and we do have backup for him. But it's just another level, isn't it?
Like I say, I think he's close to world class, mate. If he wins something at the Villa this year, like with Emery, they go down as into that for me. I mean, Emery's already there as a world class manager, but I think like it solidifies the legendary status at the Villa. And if Boubacar Kamara is part of a team that is successful, then he's in that category. And the fact that he's not being picked internationally is an absolute fucking joke, mate. I think France would be a better team with him in there. But you know, you don't know what the politics do you? Like international football's a little bit like that. And but you know, I still scratch my head going, we got this guy for free. Now I hate Steven Gerrard, but like, what a bit of business!
Mate,
what a bit of business!
We got that pairing for free.
I know
it's absolutely crazy. The fact that we got Kamara and Tielemans for zilch of a fee is madness.
And McGinn for 2.5 million. So the core of our midfield is 2.5 million.
Rodgers was 10 plus like 3 or 4 million of add-ons.
Yeah.
So like Rodgers cost us a max of like 15 million.
This is what I'm saying, mate, with Emery. Like, look at the tunes he gets out of players. It's like it's just brilliant management. And we are, like I say, in dreamland. I still wake up every day and go, I cannot believe we are where we are. And like, so people will say we're deluded. I've had that a lot over the course of the weekend. Villa fans are so deluded, right?
We're not deluded. We're also not sitting here going, we're not sitting here like actively, seriously going, we're going to win the league. Like, as in, we have, like, we're saying that with a belief that we could do it, because of course we could. But
mate,
a bit
as a fan, right? Head and heart, right? As a fan, you go, heart, of course we can fucking win the league, right? But in my head, you go, well, no, we probably won't. Maybe we haven't got enough.
Also, I'm like, how are we deluded? We beat Arsenal at home. We beat City at home. We beat Man U at home, who we haven't beat for 30 years. We beat Chelsea away. I don't know what, like I said.
We beat 5 of the top 6. Mate, we've beat 5 of the top 6.
We lost one game. We lost one game in our recent run against Arsenal. And everyone's like, nah. It's like, what? Nah. You have to be absolutely perfect, apparently, to get any chance of getting the top. I just don't get it. It's madness.
Well, like I said, mate, even if we were to win it, they probably still wouldn't believe it. It'd be like, no, like, it hasn't happened. Didn't happen. We'll have to take it off Villa for PSR reasons. Like, it's just like it's nonsense. But the more I reflect on it, like this weekend, I've looked at decisions really, and it very much feels like the Premier League want Arsenal to win it, right? Because they get away with, like, if you look over the last few weeks, decisions against us, decisions against Everton, like it how are they getting away with it? Like yellow card, whether it be a yellow card or offside decisions, they're just penalty decisions. They just seem to be getting the rub of the green, right? It's like no matter what you do, like it's kind of, it is what it is. Like even with the Liverpool game yesterday, you know, talking about big six, like Wirtz's goal, fucking mile offside, mate. Like, and then they draw the lines with automated and say it's onside. You go, what's going on? Like, I'm not saying the Premier League's corrupt because you know it's clearly it's not, right? But there's a chance it maybe it is. I don't know. Wink, wink, nudges. But
yeah,
look,
I can't actually do this. It looks a bit weird when I didn't really.
Yeah.
The other eyebrow moves. I don't know why.
That's some good eyebrow movement. You could have been on a Cadbury advert.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the music is. But look, I'm like I said, I'm happy for us to go under the radar, not be spoken about. But when I saw that, this was just before the announcement of the Amorim sacking, right? But when I saw that graphic and it had Man United in, like, as a result, I just thought, this is not fair, man. Like, just fucking, we deserve to be in the conversation for all the things you've just said.
Because it's not made for it's Sky and all that. It's not made for the fans of the Premier League teams. It's made for all the football fans, the international fans who watch about football, and the majority are those big six. And it is just frustrating. It's just crap, and so that's why I try and not watch a lot of like the Sky news stuff and anything like that. I try to, and that's why like Finalysis is an interesting place because you can actually see discussions in other clubs. You can't get involved in discussions of other clubs,
but you can see them
stuff, which is interesting.
Yeah. No, I did. I was looking through the Forest stuff last night, and I was going, it's really interesting because even the mixed views on them about majority of them were pretty complimentary about the Villa. I will say, fair play, Forest fans. But it was also kind of just going, similar to what I said in my analysis review, that I think Forest had players that could have hurt us, but the way they set up didn't allow them to utilise those players, and so it was a little bit negative. And that a couple of the Forest fans ripping into Dyche, but that's stuff you would never probably necessarily see. So that is, you're right. It's interesting.
I quite like to. I haven't done it actually. I should go and have a look at the Arsenal feed and see what was going on in there. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was because obviously we talk about the title race, and one of the things I actually put in for analysis as a post was, okay, we've got the title. We're looking up. We're chasing that. It's a dream. It'd be incredible and people need to take us seriously, and they do need to take us seriously for that. But do you think now, like with where we are, like you said, 8 points clear of fourth, which is Liverpool, who are very much a slip-up team. They're not consistent at all. Same with Chelsea with all the stuff they're going through, Maresca and things.
Yeah.
If we don't finish, top three needs to surely be the aim, like not our ultimate aim, but the aim. If we finish outside that top three now, it has to be one hell of a fall-off in these last 18 games.
100%. Like that means we have to lose 3 games in a row, and the other teams have to win 3 games in a row to leapfrog us.
Just 3.
Well, but 3. But not in a row. But I just don't see that happening. Yes, we'll probably have slip-ups, and we'll probably lose the odd game here or there. But I also, at the moment, don't see that happening. I think the bank, in times of old, we probably wouldn't have got a result against Forest after a defeat like that against Arsenal. And yet we come out and actually just blow Forest away. I thought we were superb, really.
Or it would have been tighter. It would have been a bit more edgy, essentially. Yeah.
Like similar to last year after the European games where we couldn't quite get going and we lost 8 out of the 9, but this season that hasn't happened. Like, it's just, there is a little bit of depth there, even though we're carrying injuries. We are probably the lowest we've been now with Onana being out and Barkley being out. But, it's, if we could keep the rest of this squad fit, that's the key for me. If we keep the squad, what we've got, if we could just keep what we've got right now with the injuries that we've got, if we could keep the players we've got fit, then we got a great chance of finishing third at the very least. We should be looking at challenging for the title, obviously. But like you said, with 8-point gap, I think it's ours to lose. And with the teams below us not being, they're not the scary Liverpool that they were. Chelsea aren't scary. Like, great result for them yesterday. And, mate, I hope they appoint this Rossina at Chelsea because I just don't see him having an impact in a way that...
What a bizarre.
It's so weird. Look, this is my point about the Man United job as well, mate. Both Chelsea and Man United, massive clubs globally, but we know what their stance is. But, my God, right, why...
Imagine if Areola takes the charge at Man U.
Yeah.
That's how overwhelming is that? Like, what?
Well, mate, at the end of the day, right, as much... I hate Amrin or not, right? What he said yesterday in his press conference, it kind of rings true. Like, I want to be the manager of the club, not the head coach. And ultimately, this is why when we talk about Emery going anywhere, I don't see it because, and ultimately, if you're going to be successful at Man United or Chelsea, that's exactly what you should have. You should have that creative control to control everything. Once you've got directors of football and owners who are undermining you and kind of have a different vision to what they want from you, you don't get success. Chelsea, I've not really done anything in recent seasons. Yes, they're massively successful, like, Mourinho days and whatnot, and they've won the Champions League. But since they won the Champions League, they've had 7 managers and done very little, right, apart from qualify for the Champions League. Man United, they've done fuck all since Ferguson left. The club is poisoned.
Didn't they win something under 10?
They've won the FA Cup, right? Okay, but comparable to what they were when they're winning that, I'm like, so. But even then, it's not about changing the managers. They've had some world-class managers, Van Gaal, Mourinho, right? And they've just not been able to be backed enough to go. Because what Amorim said yesterday was, right, if you think about it, Man U were 6th, right, finishing 4th. they're only 4 points behind that. Then it's not beyond the realms of possibility. And all he's basically saying is, I want you to strengthen the squad. And the club are going, no, you need to work with what you've got, which is fine, right? But you know that unless you've got complete creative control with the players and all that, that's how Emery's got what he's got, because he's had that. Whereas we've seen Man United players control the dressing room. Bruno Fernandes, Sancho. Look at the club's a poison chalice. They need to get rid of the whole board, across the board, same as Chelsea. The owners, like, it's all about the money. That's what they're in it for. They're trying to run it as a business and not a football club. And you've got to find the balance. You can't have one or the other, because if you just want a head coach, like, these coaches are good enough to coach. Amrin's not a bad coach. Ten Hag wasn't a bad coach. Like, but they're just been made to look that way because the club's in fucking disarray. So I'm glad we're not part of that thing. It is wonderful to see the demise of Man United. I just honestly,
so good. And even teams like Spurs could be a dangerous one in years to come. You know, with obviously possible takeovers and all this kind of stuff going on, because they're financially in such a strong position.
They could be the most powerful, mate. Yeah,
but they're also showing, like with Frank, they're just not at it. So this is why I'm like sitting here, and then people are going, Villa aren't in the title race. I'm like, Liverpool are kind of inconsistent and feel a bit all at sea, and feels like Slot could get the boot any time. Man U are in disarray. Chelsea are all over the place, and their manager's gone. Like, Spurs don't look like they're doing anything. Our closest thing probably there is like Sunderland. I don't understand why. So we're one of the best run clubs in the league at the moment, on the best vein of form. I'm not sure on the actual form. I can't remember if it's the best or one of the best. And we're up there. And we're like, what is it, 6 points off Arsenal now? Yes, okay, but I still feel like they'll slip up. Equal points with City. But I just find it bizarre that we're just not really even in the conversation. Seriously, in the conversation.
It's the narrative of it all, because it even goes to the point where I've seen so much content, like off other football content creators, that go, "Oh, the Premier League's not what it was. It's so poor." And it's like, oh, so because your team's not dominating anymore,
incredible. It's the best league. It's so good. You got Sunderland in 7th or whatever, 8th or whatever.
8th, yeah.
You got Leeds making a resurgence. You don't know who's going down other than maybe Wolves, but they're Wolves going to win 3-0. And it's great.
They were picking, I think it was the New Year's Day fixtures apart, where it's like, look, 0-0, 0-0, 1-1. There was 2 goals scored on New Year's Day, and you go, yeah, that's how competitive it is, right? Yeah. It's not. Don't get me wrong. I miss the 90s and the 2000s when we had world-class players in every squad, and there's bangers galore and all that. That was a prime Premier League era. It was, right? But it's now so important to stay in the league that defences have got better. I think defensively, teams are more inept in dealing with stuff. Look, I just find it really interesting, that narrative of the Premier League's, or the quality is declining on the same years where these big six are doing shit. Do you know what I mean? It's very convenient conversation to have.
Have you seen the English teams in Europe? To say that the quality of the Premier League is diminishing, and Nottingham Forest are 9th or something in the Europa League.
Yeah.
So to say that the quality, and they're fighting relegation in the league. So to even it's just stupid. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. This is the difference between, if you think about it, it's heart football fans when you react with an emotion, and you kind of but the entitlement of that big six is beginning to really do my fucking head in, right? Because the Arsenal fans are insufferable. Up until they beat us last week, I'd much rather they would have won the league, right? But now I'm like, I fucking hope one of us pips into it, because you're just insufferable. You've done fuck all for nearly 20 years. And you're talking as if you are the best team in the land that the Premier League's ever exist. That Arsenal TV, fuck me. Honestly, I just don't know how they exist, mate, as a channel, let alone making fucking loads of money off it.
What I also don't understand is that people are talking about Arsenal as if they're different this season. Everyone's going, they feel like a different team. They feel like they're. I'm like, do they? It's the same. It's the same shit. I don't see it. Maybe clip this. Or Arsenal fans, if you're watching this, clip this up at the end of the season, put it at the end and go,
look, mate, I will say that Arsenal are a very, very good side, right? Yeah. They are the best team in the league at the moment, and they deserve to be at the top, right? But their fans can fucking do one, right? Like Arsenal, hate their fans. Fuck off. I hope you don't win the league. You don't deserve to win the league because you're a bunch of entitled fucking knobs, right? So that's my take on that one. Monday rant.
Right. Anyway. So obviously we've got Palace coming up on Wednesday. Let's do just a little couple of minutes on it now. You're going to be speaking with Jack Allen from Fanalysis, a Palace fan tomorrow. I think that should be going out tomorrow. Is this like we said? Is this the one? If we get past this, is it like okay, we can really kick on?
Mate, I'm telling you, this is my take. If we fucking win this one, we're winning the league, mate. It's fucking happening. This is the hoodoo. I promise you. Right, we haven't been able to beat Crystal Palace in fucking 3 seasons, right? No. And this is the one I said to you after they beat us at the start of the season. We have to get revenge in that away fixture.
We get battered by them. It's not just like the tight games. We get mauled.
But there's a couple of things that could go our way here. Sarr is not in the squad. He's at AFCON, right? So that's massive, right? Yes, they've just signed Brennan Johnson, so that could have he's a good player, and he was linked with us, but he's got to settle in. And I just think there's a little bit of uncertainty over Glasner, and he hasn't signed a new deal, and whether he's going to stay or not. So that unsettles players, particularly ones like Gay, and even Brennan Johnson. So anything you're signing for a manager that potentially ain't going to be there next season. And then you've got the fact that their recent results have been poor. They lost yesterday against Newcastle. They got battered by Leeds between Christmas and New Year. Like that, this isn't the Palace team that we faced at the start of the season by a country mile.
Teta's on a bit of a barren run as well. I think it's 9 games or something now without a goal.
He's turned into prime Ollie Watkins, isn't he? So in the form that we're in, having lost 1 in 13 games, right? I fancy us. But we've got to go into conference. The team will be going to this game, no doubt, going, yeah, we can do this. And I think, like I said at the start of the show, I think Watkins could have a crucial part. He was unlucky last year in that game. If you remember, we had a very dubious goal ruled out for offside, and it was his fucking pinky toe, right, that was offside. And if that gets given again, mate, after watching Wirtz's goal be given yesterday, mate, I'm fucking right into the PGM Moal and fucking Premier League and all sorts and going in, finding out who these fuckers are, mate, and going in for them. So, yeah, I just think we've got enough in that locker to get us over the line for this one. Scrappy 1-0, mate. Fucking let's take it. And it can make up for that horrible journey I had last season.
It's a 4-1.
4-1, yeah.
Yeah, that was grim. Right, well, obviously you'll get into it with Jack tomorrow on that.
Yeah.
As always, guys, if you are brand new here, please do subscribe. Give us a like. Like Gary said, you've also got your hypes, which should be refreshed today, so you can give those as well. If you're not sure how that works, I think you have to like it. Then you get the little in the action bar. I think there's like
so it's where your comments are. If you just scroll across, hype it 3 times. You can hype it once, come out, go back, hype it again. Use those 3 for all of us. That's what we're asking for. Let's get this video out there. We massively appreciate all the support and the likes and subscribes. We realise that you don't have to do that, and it's just 2 muppets talking about the Villa, but we're having a great time. So let it continue. Right, that's what we want to do. We want to grow it, and we need your help to do it. So please like, share, and subscribe. It means the world. Honestly, that's genuine.
Brilliant. Nice one. Well, Gaz, final thoughts and sing us out.
Final thoughts is, mate, I love my new sign. It's live on air. Look at that.
Nice one, Pete.
Right.
Cheers, Pete.
Well done, Pete. I love it. No, final thought, mate, it's been an exciting weekend. I think results have gone for us. I think Liverpool and Chelsea getting a draw against Man City, us winning. We've had more movement on the channel. A few more people have subscribed on YouTube. Got 1,000 new followers on TikTok. Feels like there's a bit of momentum building for us and for the Villa. So let that continue to this week. Let's get that win against Crystal Palace, and we can come back and do a review on that and we're going to win the league. Right. And as always, every week we follow the boys in Claret and Blue. Peace.
See ya.
And love.